Hi everybody and welcome back to the Wolf Den Library. My name is Miss Evelyn and today we are going to continue reading The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. This is the Junior Classics version that was adapted by Margaret DeKeyser, illustrated by Phil Devine, and published by Bendon, Inc. I hope you enjoy it. Chapter 5, A Garden to Tend. It was the sweetest, most mysterious-looking place anyone could imagine. The high walls of the garden were covered with the branches of climbing roses. They were all gray with no leaves or blossoms at all. They looked quite dead. The rose branches ran all over the trees in the garden, sometimes hanging down like curtains. They crept from one tree to another, making lovely bridges of themselves. It was different from any place Mary had ever seen in her life. "How still it is," she whispered. She walked under one of the fairy-like arches between the trees. "I wonder if they're all dead," she said. She hoped they weren't. For here she was inside the wonderful garden. She could come through the door under the ivy any time. She felt as if she had found a world all her own. The robin flew down and hopped about, chirping as if he were showing her things. Mary did not feel lonely at all, but she did hope the roses were not dead. How wonderful it would be with thousands of roses growing on every side. She followed a grass path through the garden. In one corner she found an old flower bed. Mary saw some little green points sticking up out of the earth. She thought perhaps they were flowers, like Ben Weatherstaff had told her about. "It isn't a dead garden," she said to herself. "Even if the roses are dead, there are other things alive, crocuses or snowdrops or daffodils." The grass and weeds grew thick around the little green points. She found a sharp piece of wood and knelt down and dug out the weeds. Mary didn't know anything about gardening, but that was exactly the right thing to do. "Now they can breathe," she said. "I'm going to do more." Mary worked in her garden until it was time for her midday dinner. She dug and dug. She found lots of little green points and gave them all breathing room. Mary enjoyed herself very much. "I will come back again," she said. Then she slipped out the door and ran back into the house. Her cheeks were red and her eyes were bright when she sat down to dinner. She ate 2 pieces of meat and 3 helpings of rice pudding. Martha was delighted to see that the skipping rope had been so good for her. "I wish I had a little spade," Mary told Martha after dinner. "What does thou want a spade for?" asked Martha. Mary did not want to tell Martha about the secret garden. What if Mr. Craven found out? He would be angry. He might get a new key and lock the garden up forever. "This is such a big, lonely place," Mary said slowly. "If I had a little spade, I could make a little garden somewhere." Martha's face lit up. "That's one of the things that Mother said. She wondered why no one had given thee a bit of a garden to take care of thyself. She thought it would make thee happy." "How much would a spade cost?" Mary wanted to know. "Well," Martha answered, "I saw little garden sets in the village for 2 shillings. "I've got more than that," said Mary. Mrs. Medlock gave her 1 shilling a week for spending money, but so far she had had no reason to spend any of it. "Our Dickon knows how to make things grow," Martha said. "We could write a note to him and ask him to buy garden tools and seeds, but that has to print plain because he can't read fancy writing." Mary knew how to write fancy, but she could print if she had to. Martha told her what to say in the letter. "Dear Dickon, Miss Mary has money. Will you go to Thwaite Village and buy her some flower seeds and a set of garden tools? Give my love to Mother. Your loving sister, Martha Phoebe Sowerby." "We'll put the money in the envelope. Dickon will bring the things to thee himself." "Oh," said Mary, "then I shall see him." After dinner, Mary was quiet and thoughtful. Just before Martha left, Mary asked her a question. "Martha," Mary said, "has the kitchen maid had a toothache again today? When I was in the hall earlier, I heard that crying again. There's no wind today, so it couldn't have been the wind." "There's Mrs. Medlock's bell. I must go," said Martha in a hurry, and she ran out. "It's the strangest house anyone ever lived in," said Mary. Fresh air and digging and skipping rope had made her so tired that she quickly fell asleep. And that's where we're going to end today. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will read another chapter next week. Goodbye!